looking at the team compositions before Game 1 starts, Rockhart, what do you think about this one?
Yeah, we're gonna have a... There's basically an answer all around here that Echo drafted, but at the same time, RSG, I feel like they got more, just a little bit, a tad more from that draft.
Yeah. Now we're going to start game number 1. This is going to be an elimination match, but this is still just the first game of this possible best of 5 series. Looks like Carl TZ will have a slight lead against his counterpart here, but overall, shouldn't be a big thing unless we do see some big invades early on.
I absolutely agree with this first blood percentage. Again, this is taken as an average over the season, but RSG with their lineup can definitely draw first blood just a wee bit easier as compared to Echo. Looking at their current layout on emblems, you're seeing a lot of emphasis on movement speed. 2 Wilderness Blessings, 3 agilities, and of course Quantum Charge on 3 heroes from RSG.
Now, we didn't see that 5-man Quantum Charge yet, but tonight is early. So, probably see more here, as we do see a lot of flickers being expended by Echo just to get that first blood, just equal out that first blood percentage that you were just talking about.
Yeah, I gotta say, that is quite worth it, considering that this is a gold laner that they killed and denied him of a cart as well. Benecutie having a great laning phase might just be the key here for Echo. Leo, do you agree that just going back to back in this gold lane should be the answer?
Yeah, and Light came in maybe 2 seconds too late, and that's what allowed for Echo to actually score the first blood. And now 800 gold ahead. It looks like RSG are trying to do the same thing up top, but it's not going to be so easy, not so quick, not so fast, says Echo, because they sent Sanji up there. I think they also have a solid number of Wilderness Blessings themselves.
Yeah, they actually kind of chose a very difficult lane to gank. Not really the best option because of the passive of the Terizla, obviously. Now it's RSG who are trying to just spot out what Echo's plan here. Penalty zone though, immediately activated here by Sanford. Nats is flying in, wants to get some damage onto it, but Carl TZ will still secure that turtle and maybe get work on the Nats, but no, he's gonna be relatively safe.
Loving the discipline from Echo.
They're coming in, taking what they need, and not any more. It will be to their detriment if they actually overcommit early on, because they're off to a great start. About 1,000 gold ahead. You can see that it's spread out well. As long as you put it on the heroes, that'll help you snowball. You can actually take it kind of slow with Benecutie here until it matters.
Yeah, I'm just waiting for the power spike as well coming in from Benecutie. We do know that the Bruno is still one of the best duelists in terms of laning phase here, and giving him a better laning phase via ganks means he could amplify that ability. Already locking in the Haas clause. That's trouble for Emma.
3 minutes!
3 minutes!
That's the best you can do. I think that's one of the fastest Haas claws so far.
Big money Benny!
3 minute Haas claws. Maybe we can make it, you know. So we can make that a thing. But yeah, that's impressive. Even Airfels have a hard time doing that before 4, right?
And in mid lane, big rotation here coming in from RSG with 45 seconds before the next turtle of the game. Echo is looking to secure quite the early game. Nats!
And trying to get a kill as well on top side, just nailing down that hammer, or hammering down that nail, of getting an advantage on that goal.
That is the equivalent of being killed through blunt force trauma with a coconut. That was a Terizla and an Akai killing a Yuzhong. And it took a while, but they eventually got it down.
It seems that you've watched a lot of Castaway recently, beating people down with a coconut. It looks like 3 people will be rotating down bottom lane, making sure that Emman doesn't get ganked more than once.
Yeah.
Because you kind of don't want that to happen twice.
Never forget Wilson.
Wilson! I'm sorry, Wilson!
Trying to stump me? I don't think there was any ball-related murders in Castaway, man.
Coconut.
Tom Hanks, year 2000, I watched at least 3 times.
That's right.
That was his blood from his hand, man.
He's trying to bait you. He's trying to bait you.
Not like this, Owami.
And that just like that, it's a second turtle going to the hands of the Orcas. Echo already ahead by 2,000.
Oh, there it is. There you go. That's the pull we're looking for here, but not going to be resolved to a kill, or not yet. Southward actually though in as well. Penalty zone with the flicker committed. Echo just going all in, but they're not really cashing in yet. They're going for the retreat for the meantime. Era down with the appraiser's wrath. Not gonna be enough. Eman still gonna be in trouble. I don't think he's gonna have crossbow.
Here comes Goat!
And there goes the young goat pushing in and going hard. You want some? Come get some, says Echo and RSG. They are getting some. They're getting everything. They're getting everything they can, but they might have bit off more than they can chew. Kukuha goes. Light, looking for Sanji, Flicker committed as well. What a bloody battle!
Man, and just like that, Echo still retains their 2K gold lead, even after a bloodbath in the bottom lane, Leo.
How was a mass graveyard down there? And what made it all the more awesome is both teams obliged. Both teams just threw the gloves off and said, you know what, we're doing this. And what that allowed for Echo to do is actually barrel on forward. Again, it would have sucked if nothing happened, if they did not capitalize. But look at this, because of that rotation, because of how, key people died at the right time, Echo were able to go ahead and be first to the switch up. 6 minutes in, you see that Benny Cutie and Eman are up there in the gold lane, and you see how far up pushed this wave is. This will set up this turtle great for Echo.
At the very least, you know what? They're still fighting. They want to go, but this time around, it's on the top side. And that's going to be the full retreat for the meantime. Carl TZ in the better position so far. Aqua gonna have to back off even with the black shoes.
That's just a lot of damage coming in from all the members of Echo, specifically Sanji, who has been landing those abilities quite well. And Echo now starting the last turtle of the game. Their goal lead slowly marching to 3K here. RSG, it seems like they can't stop the bleeding.
Yep, they just couldn't catch a break. Can't even contest, and all this while there was a big fat wave taking that tier 1 up top. I saw rotation from down in the jungle. Yeah, even Nat is now double guessing himself. He's thinking, you know what? Maybe cutting isn't the right thing. Maybe I should stick to my team and maybe clap back. That's how they're approaching this to close the gap, this 4K gold lead.
And now with this 4K gold lead, Echo is slowly marching to this big power spike on Benny Cutie. I feel like he's just waiting for that last crit item. He already holds at least 2, the Berserker's Fury and the Haas Claws. Maybe looking for the Great Dragon Spear or something more, but any crit item would do, because Echo right now, they are in good control of the early to the mid game. Now the mid lane turret is the next objective to take.
Yeah, and Echo roaring right now, getting ready to go for a fight, waiting for JP to pull the trigger, but it's a no for now.
They're revving up the engines like on Benedetta and Irithel, and just like that, the fact that Echo are taking it slow and RSG are following in their pace, they're able to play the map. You saw that. Even Nats could not defend down bottom against Sanford. So yeah, it's a clear sign that Echo are a step ahead. Maybe a step and a half here, 8 minutes in.
Hey, I gotta say as well, JP on this Kaja is a comfort pick for him in the regular season. Just wasn't played that much, mainly because it was almost always banned against Echo. But this time around, the meta is already different, but the comfort still remains. You can see that JP has been really great in rotating, punishing people with the Divine Judgment as well. But looking at the items here, big gold lead for the Bruno compared to the 1-1.
Huge, colossal. They are in different tax categories right now. Benny Cutie, I think, is on his way to his Wind of Nature, so that he can be a little more greedy. He can just get in there, and then eventually maybe the Great Dragon Spear will follow.
Yeah, and that Wind of Nature also allows him to just tank the entirety of the damage coming in from the crossbow of tanks. So I'm excited to see that.
Yeah.
One thing that I hate the most when I do end up playing 1-1 are Wind of Natures and Winter Truncheons. Basically, the changes of the season.
Yep. And here's the thing. Even Aqua and Light can't burst down Bruno, because again, he will be life stealing after every basic attack. So it's a wash. It's good. Even Nats can't jump in with a combo, because he can also pop the Winter Truncheon, rather the Wind of Nature, and do the same thing. So that's a win-win. I understand why he rushed it.
Yeah, this is a Bruno that you can't not talk about. You got to talk about it because it's so good right now.
Always.
And the advantage you get with a Bruno, obviously, against a 1-1, I feel like the 1-1 can get killed with 3 hits, 4, 2 hits of a critical. I mean,
unless, of course, he has pants on. And I'm checking right now. Does he actually have pants on?
Steel leg plates. Nope.
Steel leg plates.
He's so far ahead.
Yeah.
He doesn't need it. And I just got that reference. I'm sorry, I never really watched Tangle.
Tangled?
Tangled?
Tangled? I'm not sure. I haven't opened my...
We don't Bruno speak about. Yeah?
Oh, I see.
Never mind. Look at this in mid. Echo pushing the advantage again, taking it slow and steady. We haven't really seen any kills in the past 4 minutes now, and they've.
Yeah. And I think Echo says it's about time we get one under their belts. Irad's in trouble. Locked up under the turret. Oh, still makes it out, and here's a counter punch.
Oh wow!
Light of the light, and it's gonna be a fight. There you go. Trying to hunt down Betty Cutie, and he falls. Oh my God, that is massive. That's a huge chunk of damage taken out from Echo.
Look at Nats.
Still going on.
Nats saw Benny, and now he might just be in trouble here. Stanford going in with a penalty zone. It does take down the Dragon, and Irad looks to be the next person to go down. It's a 2v4 here, and now Stanford half HP.
They are so what a bloody fight right now, man. Appraiser's Wrath gonna get some HP back, but the damage is being completely ignored here by the rest of Echo.
That's a delayed damage burst. Honda Terizla Sanford takes down Irad. This fight took too long. The humanity, they're still going!
Oh, Light, he's gonna have to back off there. Didn't have the information. Gonna have to pull back. Last minute.
This reminds me from a scene from a popular movie. I can do this all day. They were literally fighting downstairs, bottom lane the entire time. I forgot the title of the movie.
Batman Begins, 2003.
I concur.
All right, here we go. This is where it started, right?
Yeah.
RSG knew well enough that if they listened to Nats, if they followed his lead, this would all go according to plan. And it was all on Aqua. Aqua was the main reason why this was such a great engagement. And he dealt the damage that Benny Cutie could not survive from. And eventually there was an appeal for Aqua to just close the gap despite this big 6K gold lead. That's what led to RSG making Echo bleed.
And Benny Cutie suffering a death in that entire fight is really huge here for RSG. We know that RSG knows how to play around the late game. And Echo, they love playing from early game to just finishing it via snowball. So I feel like at this point, RSG, their main task here is to make sure that this game reaches to the later parts. But now with the Lord, this is a Luminous Lord. Echo might just find the perfect power spike to just end this all.
It's a very far away zone here by Echo, not even letting RSG come close to get any info on the Lord. They're going to have to pay for it here with a bit of an engagement. Irad going to be the one to face check here, but he's going to take the guiding wind. Means Echo might be the one to go for the kill. Concealed play activated already, and the fight's going to happen once more in a very narrow corridor here. Betty Cutie flickering out. Trying to survive right now, but not going anywhere. He gets taken out by Light. Where's Eman? He's also going to fall, though. That's both goal laners of both teams out of commission.
Oh, they're still going!
Yeah, they're still going. Sanford might just fall down here. Irad does knock him up. Sanford with a flicker, and he might just survive with the movement speed. Retribution used here. Now Irad finishes him off. No, not yet!
Irad wants to go! They're going ham here! RSG! They find an opening! JP's in trouble! No, Divine Judgment! That's a double for Aqua! And the Lord could be theirs!
I think it's safe to say these team fights have been the greatest in all of the playoffs. The greatest in all of maybe Season 12. And RSG won. Despite being down 5K, RSG won and they're still going.
They're still going hard here. Light with a flight. And as you can see, Echo trying to oblige. But they're not going to be able to push in forward. Does Carl TZ have the heavy spin? He does, but he's not going to risk it. Will he? He's going! He's going! He's gone.
There were just way too many bodies, way too much damage that RSG PH were presenting. And with that, Echo were the ones right now in that very moment, in that pocket dimension where the fight was happening. They were behind, and now the gold lead's gone.
Gold lead is gone. The entirety of that 8K down to dust. RSG with this Lord push at the bottom lane. Let's watch what happened in that fight. Carl TZ did try to steal away that Lord via the heavy spin. But man, the damage from Eman was just too real.
Yep, not just Eman. I mean, literally everybody was in there. I would not be surprised if the Lord took a swing at Carl TZ too. So it was bound to happen. Now, you wonder, where did Echo go wrong? Where does Echo find themselves this time around? I'd say they take fights in the open. every time RSG is able to bring them into a corner, into a small corridor, it turns into the 300. It turns into a bottleneck wherein the Persians lose despite being up above by thousands.
Yeah,
Hey man, I love
that's
endgame
going
too!
Oh, what a play here. That's just the way that you dominate and make a zone here for that Lord. Inhibitor turret on the bottom goes down.
And mid lane looks to be the next here for RSG, now holding the gold lead. Top lane will be easily cleared out here for Echo, and I do call that a successful defense. Only one inhibitor turret down, but the gold lead already in the hands of RSG.
Yeah, it's a successful defense, but this time around, coming in, Divine Judgment!
Loves to go for the fight here once more, but even under the turret, RSG is looking really good. Although Irad might not be able to make it out here, Appraiser's Wrath, he'll get some HP back, but not much.
I was trying to say, it's a successful defense, but this time around from the right movie, what did it cost you? Everything. They lost bodies, lost the inhibitor. Yeah, they're still in the game, but RSG now, they got their mojo. They're so confident. They know that every time they want to fight, they can get what they want. Echo, they're on the back foot. They have to pull something out from under. The map has equalized, man.
Finally.
Mid lane inhibitor down. Yes. Bottom lane inhibitor down. Yes. This Lord, closer to 50-50 than he can get.
Man, I'm just... if I'm Echo right now, I'd feel really pressured. I had the best regular season run of my entire organization history. And now we might even get eliminated by RSG if ever this goes to that path. And I just gotta say, this reminds me of Golden State, you know, that 72 and what run, and then not winning the championship. Echo needs to reset. I feel like this is more of I really feel something off here. Like there's something in their communication that they have to fix, especially early on in this best of 5.
That, or this could also be RSG from Game 4 last night. They could have literally just pressed load game and then played the way they did against APBR last night. They dominated the first grand finalists of Season 12, and now they're doing the same to Echo. After losing a majority of the mid-game to the early, now RSG's in the driver's seat and they're first to the dance. What I'm liking about RSG so far is the fact that when there's damage to be dealt, or CC, a window for that, they just lean hard into it. I think that's what Echo needs to work on. I think that's what Echo needs to fix, is the fact that they have to make the target harder for RSG to find.
Yeah, Benny Cutie definitely suffering 3 deaths already, needs to find a safer space to just attack. And now Carl Teasy suffering a bit of poke. Lord on critical mass here, gets pulled to the face of Echo.
Seem to be very happy to just dance it out here. Conceal activated by Echo already. Very happy to go forward. JP trying to pull off on the Irad just to secure that Lord. What a move there from Daddy JP, and the fight's still erupting here. Carl TZ with a heavy spin to go for the retreat. Nats is not going to let this happen. Aqua very upfront with these gloom bombs, and they're taking out a big chunk of HP from the Echo members, and they're just going on, going hard, going strong. Carl TZ on the back, and Irad on the front. That's going to be so many kills going down for Echo. This could be a problem.
Yeah, Carl TC half HP already in a 3v1 scenario. Goes down, but the immortality will be there. Not enough to save him his life. A killing spree for the hands of light.
Whoa, 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 whoa! RSG pulled the attention of the Lord, but only for them to let go. This is endable.
1v5, folks. It's all up to Sanji. He's looking for the minion waves, even using a flicker just to keep the base alive, but it will be for nil. 3 seconds on the JP. Benny Cutie is back as well. Will this be defendable?
Benny and JP, I think there's enough damage here. They have to reset. Both teams need to understand there's a bigger situation here at play, a bigger problem to solve. There's still a Lord inside RSG's base.
What a hero play from Sanji.
Wow, and look at that mentality coming in from Echo, literally making sure that their base survives, and now Lord will be crushed down in front of the base of RSG. No inhibitor turrets taken here by Echo, and it almost was the game for RSG. What a shot call coming in from Sanji.
I think this whole situation came in from Carl Teasy's sacrifice first. He's the one who said, you know what, I'm going to go into the back line here, take the Cyclone Eye, go as far away from all of y'all as possible and cut the wave. That's what he did. That's where that line of play started,
That's
and
true.
Echo understood that is situational awareness. I know that I can't win the fight, so I'm just gonna buy as much time as I can.
And that was enough time for them to have another shot at winning this game. With the goal lead already being irrelevant at this point, both teams already have the key items that they need. It all boils down into one big team fight or one big objective take. The Evolved Lord up in a minute from now will be the biggest objective for both squads here. And once again, if you just tuned in into MPL, this is an elimination match and this is just game one.
Bloody, battered, and bruised. Both teams are just they could show bruises here in the
All right.
Land of Dawn.
I'd like to think that
See
this
that.
benefits Echo a little bit more. Because, yeah, say what you will about RSG's comeback here and their massive lead coming in at the 20-minute mark at 3K gold. And, again, winning back-to-back engagements. Echo just barely scraped by, stealing away the Lord, as Carl TZ did. But now, I think Echo understands the situation. We can't fight in these small corridors anymore. They have to be able to lead RSG out. And I'm expecting that this next fight, it'll be better than that last one. Because, if you'll remember, in that last fight, Benny and Sanji were very far off, so it wasn't as clean, as easy as a collapse from Nats as the first few fights were.
Yeah, it's important to also play out in the open. As much as you love these walls, if you're in a Kai, they're just proving to be a lot better for Nats.
That's right.
Yeah, and Nats has been playing really well in this game. 3-3-9 on this Yu Zong has been not just tanking a lot of damage, but also dealing a lot of damage to the hands of Echo.
Wait. If there's a player you have to mention, it's Light. I did not notice Light has been playing a clean and perfect Matilda game. 3-0 and 12, now they're going to engage.
Yeah, going hard right now. Speaking of engage, that's exactly what they are doing. Everyone is going to be protected here by Sanji's Astral Echo, spotted out, but they are not afraid. RSG, though, going to be going back to Lord. Re-engage from Nats is massive. He's going hard. He's looking for Benny. Benny is going to have to go and far off here. Petrify activated already by Nats. He threw everything in the kitchen sink. And yeah, speaking of everything, they're also absorbing all the damage coming in from Echo right now as well. Aqua going to fall, even though the black shoes not going to matter at all.
Tears in my eyes. That is the perfect heavy into a penalty zone combo and from downtown.
Let's talk about that team fight. Man, Sanford with that engage, plus Carl TZ pinning down 3 for him. That's insane.
Talk about insanity. Doing the same thing over and over again, expecting a different result. Echo attacked it from such a unique angle. Now they're looking to end.
They could end. I think Light's cutting the wrong wave. There was a wave up on top. He missed it. And Echo gets game 1.
And this winning moment is brought to you by your official sponsor, FWD Life Insurance. What a game for Carl TZ, the MVP, the game-winning play. We haven't even announced the MVP yet, but I feel like that play alone makes him worthy.
Of course, it's Echo. Of course, it's the House of Highlights that brings us